Hi friends, today we are going to discuss about the transportation across the plasma membrane. As we know that the plasma membrane is a semi-permeable membrane that enables the entry and exit of certain substances across it. So, certain transportation has to be there across the plasma membrane. So, we have two types of transportation. First is the active transport and the second is the passive transport. We are going to now discuss about passive and active transport. It is named as active transport because it needs ATP as and it does not need ATP. It does not need and it needs. This is because there is a thing called the concentration gradient that we know as higher to lower concentration gradient. Like, see, if this is a box or either it is a bucket full of water and it has a tap here, okay, it has a tap here to open. Let's see, this is the tap and it is full of water. So if we open the tap, then water will move from higher concentration, from where the water is in high concentration, where water is larger. From there it will move to the part of it where water is not there. It will move to the ground because it has a way to pass through. That's why it is called concentration is from high to low. But in active transport we see that certain substances move from low to high. They move opposite, they move against the concentration gradient. So if we move against the concentration gradient, we do need ATP because ATP gives us the energy and it is required energy to go against anything in anywhere. Now, since in passive transport substances move with the concentration gradient that is high to low, they don't need ATP. Okay, this is the first difference. Now moving to the second difference, active transport. Since why do certain substances, like if there has to be certain transportation, then in active transport certain substances need a membrane protein. That is because certain substances like water, hydrophilic materials, that is water, carbohydrates and all need a channel. They need channel because certain substances are either not soluble with the lipids. Plasma membrane is made up of lipids and proteins, so certain substances like these either are larger in size or they are not soluble in water. That's why they need a membrane protein. Like if this is the membrane, so they need membrane protein by the help of which they can cross between the cell. They can either move or they can either move out or they can either move in by the help of membrane protein. But in passive transport, membrane protein is not needed. It may or may not be needed. In this active transport it is must, membrane protein is must. But in passive transport membrane protein may or may not be there. Membrane protein may or may not be there. Like if it is osmosis, which is a special kind of diffusion, it don't need membrane protein. They don't need membrane protein. If substances don't need membrane protein, is they are transported with the process of osmosis or diffusion. But if they move through the process of facilitated diffusion, they need membrane protein. Okay, and here membrane protein is not needed. So we got two differences. And one more point you can add, this is always against concentration gradient. This is always with concentration gradient. So this is all about the transport system. Let's recap this. In active transport, we do need ATP molecules because it is against concentration gradient, that is low to high. They are always from low to high. And passive transport, they don't need concentration gradient because they are with concentration gradient, they are from high to low. And in active transport, the membrane protein is must, while in passive transport, membrane protein may or may not be there. Like if osmosis and diffusion is there, then membrane protein is not necessary, but if it is facilitated transport, membrane protein. And the third difference is this: active transport is always against the concentration gradient and passive transport is always with the concentration gradient.